alert at all times when you're in the spectator area. Please inform children in your care of these risks. If you do not want the risk of your current seat location, please advise an usher and you will be reseated in a more protected area.
Fans, welcome to the ice, the Cone Health Fan Zone. And now resurfacing the ice, the First Horizon Zambonis.
Gargoyles fans, happy Valentine's Day. While love is in the air, it's time for your Capital Auto Group keys to the game. Key number 1 is keeping the spark alive. After the biggest comeback in franchise history last week, trailing by 3 goals, coming all the way to win in a shootout, they need to keep that electric love on.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality health care and exceptional health plans, all for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
From Greensboro for the first time ever. It's the Norfolk Admirals against the Greensboro Gargoyles, the newest team in the ECHL, the newest team in the North Division, and the newest team here against the Admirals in the first of 12 meetings between these two teams in the final 30 regular season games for the Admirals. This is game number 43 on the season. The first time these two teams were supposed to meet was back after Christmas. The players' strike prolonging that break and not allowing us to play those games on December 26, 27, and 28. Those games are now at the end of the season. So the final 30 games of this regular season will consist of 12 matchups between the Greensboro Gargoyles and the Norfolk Admirals. Nick Gimbel here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, here on the Cox Mobile pregame show from the First Horizon Coliseum. This is not the first ice hockey tenant that the First Horizon Coliseum has seen. The NHL's Carolina Hurricanes started their franchise right here in Greensboro, North Carolina. The current primary tenants being the ECHL's Greensboro Gargoyles and UNC Greensboro basketball. This is very much an NHL-style facility. 22,000 capacity. They have the upper bowl curtained off. They draw just over 6,000 a game. I was talking to some of the staff members here pregame. They love the energy they have here inside of First Horizon Coliseum. It looks a little bit empty just because of the sheer number of seats they have in the building. And with this being the first of 12 matchups between these two teams, this could be the start of a new geographic rivalry for the Admirals. Everybody has been wanting a close team back in the ECHL for the Admirals. There was a time when you had to go just as close as Richmond, Virginia for a matchup against the old Hampton Roads Admirals. And now Greensboro, North Carolina, the closest geographic matchup for the Admirals. The Admirals continue their stretch of road games. It ends tonight. We're going to be right back at Scope Arena in 24 hours against these very same Greensboro Gargoyles. The Admirals went west for the first time to the Lone Star State. 3 games against the Allen Americans. The Admirals took game 1 on Wednesday by a score of 2-1. Most recently, their first shutout defeat of the season, 4-0 to the hands of the Allen Americans. They're 1-2 in February. Now 9-5 in 2026. Already mentioned the sheer number of games these two teams are going to play over the next 30 games. 12 total matchups, 6 here at the First Horizon Coliseum, 6 at Scope Arena. And this tonight is the first of 3 straight between these two teams. We'll play tonight, a 7 o'clock puck drop coming up here after the Cox Mobile pregame show. Tomorrow at Scope for our Women and Girls in Sports Night on Valentine's Day. That will be a standard 7:05 p.m. puck drop, and then another Sunday Family Fun Day to conclude this 3-3 in 2 separate cities. A lot of travel, a lot of wear and tear on both of these teams. It's not going to be an excuse. Both teams are going through the exact same scenario, but what is not same is the most recent matchup for each of these teams. We already talked about the 4-0 loss that the Admirals dealt with in Allen, Texas. It was the largest, and keep in mind, this is the inaugural season of the Greensboro Gargoyles, but it is fair to say, it is accurate to say, it was the largest come-from-behind victory in franchise history for the Greensboro Gargoyles, their last time out against the Reading Royals. Greensboro gave up 3 goals in the opening period. They would later tie it over the course of the next 40 minutes. No one would score in overtime, and Greensboro would get the shutout victory back on February 7th. Greensboro 1-0, a 1-game winning streak. Norfolk on a 2-game losing streak. And there's no easy way to sugarcoat this next fact, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just come right out and say it. The Admirals and the Gargoyles are the last 2 teams in the North Division standings. Norfolk, 42 games played. Greensboro, 42 games played. The Gargoyles in that last spot in the North Division, a 12-24, 5-1 record for 30 points. Norfolk just ahead of them at 16-24, 2-0 at 34 points. There's 6 points up for grabs here between these two teams. So you know that Greensboro's looking at this matchup saying, hey, Norfolk's only 4 points ahead of us. We can jump them if we sweep the weekend. Conversely, depending on what happens with the defending Kelly Cup champion Trois-Rivières Lions, the Admirals sit 6 points behind the Trois-Rivières Lions, who have 40 points just ahead of the Admirals. So there is a lot going on here this weekend for both of these teams. A lot of implications to try to get points back in the standings as we start to hit crunch time. Both of these teams at the bottom of the North Division standing, every single point is going to matter from here on out. We are projected to see starting goaltender Isaac Poulter in the net for the Admirals. Alex Worthington did not make the trip, so backing him up will be Christian Prop, who was here with the Greensboro Gargoyles for just a bit of time before he made his way to the Rapid City Rush and before he made his way to the Norfolk Admirals. He will be backing up the Winnipeg Jets sign netminder Isaac Poulter. Still not sure of who is starting, but we will go through the Admirals lineup. A couple of changes. Lines 1, 2, and 3 will not change from that Saturday-Sunday set in Allen, Texas. Hebert centers Pap and Florent on the top line. Reifenberger elevated to the second line, centering Dureau and Young. And then you're not going to split up the combination of Yoder, Osmondson, and O'Leary for the third line. Nathan Knoll will center the fourth line. Braden Nicolette's on his left. And welcome to the Admirals, Andre Sutter, making his Admirals and his ECHL debut. Andre Sutter splitting time between Switzerland and Canada for his playing days. Most recently in the Swiss Professional League, he's got 22 games played, 9 goals, 9 assists, 18 points. Spent his collegiate days in U Sports at the University of Manitoba. Only 35 games played there, 4 goals and 3 assists for 7 total points in his 3 seasons in U Sports. So we'll see what Andre Sutter, wearing number 22 in white, will have to offer for head coach Jeff Carr and this Admirals team. Ben Zalotti and Will Magnuson will be the top D pair. David Drake and Josh McDougall paired up. Braden Engum and Connor Fedoruk will be the third D pair. Captain Carson Musser still dealing with the ailment he received in pregame warm-ups in Allen on Sunday. He made the trip. He is not in the lineup. Brody Crane and Dylan Savinkov left back in Norfolk. They did not make the trip. Alex Worthington and Jackson Castor, the extra goaltenders, also not in the lineup. Lights have gone out here inside of First Horizon Coliseum. The 4 officials have taken to the ice. This has been the Cox Mobile pregame show on the Centerra Norfolk Admirals broadcast network. We're going to now send it down to ice level for our starting lineups, national anthem, and puck drop for the first time ever between the Norfolk Admirals and the Greensboro Gargoyles. Live from the First Horizon Coliseum, it's the first ever matchup between the Greensboro Gargoyles and the Norfolk Admirals. We welcome everybody into the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network on YouTube, live audio only, and Flow Hockey. Wherever you may be listening and watching, we appreciate you making us a part of your Friday night. The Admirals, in their now road white uniforms, will be moving left to right across the ice surface for period number 1. Second line, third D pair gets the start. It's going to be Marco Reifenberger centering Jaden Dureau and Justin Young. Braden Engum and Connor Fedorik getting the start on the back end. Isaac Poulter in the net to our left. The Greensboro Gargoyles, I will be completely honest, these are gorgeous uniforms. It is a black base uniform with a dark purple accent along with a silver dark grayish accent. They will be moving right to left across the ice surface for period number 1. Gray numbers and nameplates on the back. Down in the net to our right, I'm going to do the best I can with this name, ladies and gentlemen. Ruslan Hajeyev. 6'4", 201-pound goaltender, 24 games played, 6-13-3-0 record, 3.01 goals against average, .904 save percentage. Face-off, ready to go at center. First of 12 meetings between these two teams, and we're underway as Connor Fedorik sends it up the far wall for Jaden Dureau, and Reifenberger sends it right in. Young is going to go hard to the net, throws it out in front, and the puck just goes over the net as Jaden Dureau tried to put that one on goal. Went behind Hajeyev, and Reifenberger picks it out of the near half wall. Rimmed around the trapezoid to the far side. Fedorik, the defenseman, pinches in, keeps it below the goal line, looking for Jaden Dureau. Thrown up the near side wall. Engum again keeps it below the hash marks, but it's going to be handled by Noah Delmis. He'll throw it up the far wall. Admirals can't hold it in a third time. Thrown up that right wing wall and skated in by Rinaldi. He'll take a tour of the Admirals' defensive zone. A high shot one-timer. Saved by Poulter, his first off the left pad. Turned over in the low slot, and the one goes off the outside of the net. Greensboro threatening in the zone. Now from the blue line, that shot just misses wide of the near side post. Picked off the far half wall. Dureau tries to clear. The Admirals need a line change in a bad way. Fedorik can't get to it. It's rimmed around the near side. Reifenberger trying to get there. Pushed around by Rinaldi again. Below the goal line, Engum sends it up the near side. Young and Reifenberger are there. It's left for Reifenberger, and Dureau will go for a skate with Justin Young. Young down the near side towards the front. It's intercepted and deflected wide by Borshov. Borshov will come through the neutral zone, right through the Gargoyle logo, and dump it around the boards near side to far. Poulter out of his net, sends it up the near side for Magnuson, harassed by a trio of black jerseys, but he gets the turnover again for Florent. Intercepted on the breakout by Ryan Richardson, and now a high stick gets missed as Magnuson got a stick up in the face of Blake Biondi. That goes undetected by the referees. We do have a 4 official system, so 2 orange banders missed it. Emile Charon and Luke Gagnon. Both of them not seeing that high stick. The Admirals get away with one early, 2 minutes into a scoreless first period. Will Magnuson starts the breakout down the left wing for Grant Hebert. Down the right wing now is Ben Zalati. Zalati over the blue line, met by a pair of black jerseys. Doyle dispossesses him and thrown up the near side, but it's intercepted by Hebert, pressured by Gore, and thrown back into Admiral territory through the trapezoid. Poulter sends it around the glass up the far side. Pat lost sight of it, picked up by Zalati and thrown all the way down. Does this have legs for an icing call? It does, but it was close enough to the Greensboro defenseman. So Brett Brody, one of our 2 linesmen, with Evan Knox, will wave that off and will continue play with 17:23 remaining in a scoreless first period. On the right wing comes Chase Yoder. He'll stop up to the blue line for McDougal. McDougal walks to the high slot around Nelson. McDougal far circle, no backhand shot taken. Sends it out towards the front of the net. It's deflected back below the goal line. McDougal hard on the pressure, sends it back to the far side corner. Intercepted by Greensboro, sent to the blue line. Yoder holds it. Yoder with a stutter step to the top of the far circle to the near blue line. McDougal can't hold it in, and he'll have to retreat out towards center ice with 16:51 left in period 1. Still no score. The first ever matchup between the Greensboro Gargoyles and the Norfolk Admirals. From the far corner, this third line always excellent on the forecheck. O'Leary to the blue line for Engum. Rims it around behind, intended for Osmondson. It's picked off by Richardson, thrown up the near side wall, and started for Delmas to the far side corner. Thrown to the neutral zone. No icing. We're going to play on with 16:24 left in a still scoreless first period. Off the far side glass, turned over in front. Poulter makes a point-blank save, and Fedoruk clears the trash out from in front of the net. 16:17 left in period one. We remain scoreless between Norfolk and Greensboro. Whether you're celebrating a win or bouncing back from a tough game, remember you can always win at Beam Light Sauna. Experience the benefits of infrared saunas and light therapy. Detoxify, recover, and recharge. Visit beamlightsauna.com to book your session today. Face-off to be taken on the far side circle in Admiral territory. First shift in the ECHL for Andre Sutter. He'll get the breakout pass and starts it up the left wing wall for Braden Nicolettes. They'll go in on the forecheck to the far side corner. Borshov turns it over. Knoll trying to get to it in the far corner. Handled defensively by Greg Smith for Greensboro, and it's sent to the neutral zone. Off the backhand of Magnuson in the center ice circle, and it's left for Knoll to send Nicolettes on a forecheck to the far corner. 15:50 left in a still scoreless first period. Breakout started for Greensboro. 3-on-3 through the neutral zone over the Admirals blue line. Far side shot handled by Poulter, and he pounces on the rebound, stopping the clock with 15:40 remaining in period one. Right now the scoreboard showing a 5-0 shot lead for the Greensboro Gargoyles. Still no score. Greensboro, the newest ECHL franchise, a Zoyer Sports product. They own the likes of the Jacksonville Icemen, the Tahoe Night Monsters out west, and the Savannah Ghost Pirates also in the South Division. Also a minority owner of this team, the most popular hockey podcast in the land, Spittin' Chicklets. As this turns into a Sheraton Waterside icing against Norfolk with 15:29 left in period one. Even before this team took the ice for the first time ever, it had a lot of traction simply because Zoyer Sports and Spittin' Chicklets were co-owners of this franchise. Quick shot off the face-off, goes over the net of Poulter, and he again covers up the puck on the far side of his net. Slow-moving last couple of minutes here at the First Horizon Coliseum. Nick Gimbel here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. We'll be back home tomorrow for our Women and Girls in Sports Night and for our Valentine's Day game. Tomorrow night, puck drop in just about 24 hours from now. It's going to be a quick turnaround for everybody involved. Task at hand right now is a defensive zone face-off in the Admirals' defensive end. Nathan Knoll wins it back to the far corner. Braden Engum is tied up by Patrick Newell, but he finds Connor Fedoruk in the trapezoid. Plenty of time and space down the near side wall. Thrown off the glass into the neutral zone. Sutter can't get a handle on it. Bryce Montgomery battling with a couple of white jerseys. They can't clear the puck out. The Gargoyles can't. And Andre Sutter's going to come down the near side for a shot that goes right into the midsection of Hajeyev, and that will be the first registered shot on goal for the Admirals. First save for Hajeyev. Still no score with 15:01 remaining in period number one. Ruslan Hajeyev out of Russia. I'm not even going to try with the city. 21 games in the American Hockey League. He is a Carolina Hurricanes signed goaltender. In those 21 AHL games played, 3.45 goals against average, .878 save percentage, and a 6-13 record up in the American Hockey League. Bryce Montgomery, the other NHL signed forward, 0 for 2. Defenseman is Montgomery, under NHL contract with the Carolina Hurricanes. Admirals are going to work on a transition 3-on-2. Pap to the near side. Hebert backdoor through the legs of Florent. Couldn't get a shot on goal. Good look for the Admirals towards the offensive end, but they can't get a shot off. Pap will send it to the trapezoid for Florent. The centering pass is paddled away by Hajeev. Now a breakaway feed comes the other way for Tyler Weiss. Weiss stops up in the high slot, and the shot gets blocked away by Engum. Dangerous for Greensboro, and Engum again having to deal with a 2-on-1 in front, just clears it away to the far board smartly. Greensboro backdoor, Hebert is there to intercept, and it started for Zalotti through the legs of Pap, not dumped in deep. Greensboro holding it in the neutral zone. Pap coming on the back check, gets a line change, holding possession for David Drake. 13:54 left in a still scoreless first period. Here comes Chase Yoder over the red line down the right wing, dumps it in, maybe intended for Osmondson to chase. Yoder gets to it. There is Osmondson, the Chesapeake native. Yoder stuff attempt in the blue paint, handled by Hajeev. Turnaround shot, right pad save. Yoder there on the rebound. Puck is finally covered, whistle blown. With 13:36 remaining in period one, we'll take our first media timeout here from the First Horizon Coliseum. No score between the Greensboro Gargoyles and the Norfolk Admirals here on the Centerra Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia Beach, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
Celebrate your love of hockey with our Valentine's Day ticket deal. Now through tomorrow, get special pricing on tickets to our women and girls in sports game on Valentine's Day tomorrow against this very same Greensboro Gargoyles team. You can sit in our single section in 215 or choose your quantity of 2 or more tickets and sit anywhere. Visit our social medias or our website to get this deal now. 13:36 left in a still scoreless first period. Nick Gimbel here on the Centerra Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network from the First Horizon Coliseum, a former NHL arena. This arena hosted the Carolina Hurricanes in their first 2 seasons in the National Hockey League. The upper bowl is curtained off, but the lower bowl starting to fill up here. Very much an NHL feel. Big bright lights, big scoreboard over the center ice logo here at First Horizon Coliseum. And one of the best broadcast vantage points I can ask for. I am right there at the center ice red line, almost hanging over the ice. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous facility and a spectacular vantage point. We're gonna be here for 6 total games. In the final 30 games of this regular season, should be a good potential rivalry brewing between these two teams. Not only are they both looking to get points back in the North Division standings as Osmondson and Yoder collide in the neutral zone. Luckily, they're no worse for wear, but there go the Gargoyles on the transition. That was scary for Osmondson and Yoder. 13:07 left in period one, still no score. We continue on in the Admirals' far side defensive corner. Engum with a backhand toe drag below the goal line. He's dispossessed by a pair of black jerseys. Yoder gets there to support, and Zalotti helps Engum outnumber in the board battle. 3-on-2 in the far corner, and possession will come out for the Admirals' all-star selection, Ben Zalotti. Saucer pass to the right wing, O'Leary. He's got to step behind the defense. O'Leary can't cut to the front of the net. Good defensive stick from Bryce Montgomery. The Gargoyles will start a defensive zone breakout. 12.5 remaining in period one. 3-on-2 develops. Borshaw backdoor. No one can find it on the far side post, and here come the Admirals. Dureau and Reifenberger with O'Leary cutting to the bench for a line change. Young is out there on fresh legs. Dureau from the far side circle. Toe drag. It's poked away. And Greensboro will work down that right wing wall. On and off the stick of David Drake. Back to the high slot. Quick shot goes wide of the near side post. Doyle from the blue line. His shot goes wide. Kareem's off the end wall to the far side for Jaden Dureau. Dureau, a backhander intended for Justin Young. It goes through the stick of Braden Doyle, and it's picked up by Reifenberger in the near corner. Reifenberger in the offensive zone to the high slot for Duro. His shot pinballs just wide of the far post. Fedoruk from the far goal line. Young in front. Reifenberger was there, but it was on his backhand. To the far corner, there's Fedoruk. Reifenberger from the trapezoid. Near side blue line, top of the zone. Duro walks. Rimmed around the boards to the trapezoid. There is Justin Young and Connor Fedoruk. Thrown off the far side, glass held in by Duro, covering at the blue line for Engum, who gets back. That's Fedoruk, rather, out there with McDougal. McDougal and Reifenberger earn possession for a moment in the near side half wall. Zach Fairmouth is able to start the breakout, turned over. Quick shot from Fedoruk goes into the left-handed catching glove of Ruslan Hajeyev with 11:09 remaining in a still scoreless first period between Greensboro and Norfolk. Now through February 23rd, you can pre-order the brand new Boardwalk Beach Bums jersey for $150 and the Boardwalk Beach Bums t-shirt for $25. Visit our social media to pre-order yours today so you can be ready for our Boardwalk Beach Bums game on April 3rd. Magnuson near side top circle, shot deflected off the right pad of Hajeyev. There's a delayed penalty call. Brady Florent's stick was slashed in half. The Admirals are going to be on a new Horizon Bank power play as soon as Greensboro touches up with possession. 10:50 left in a scoreless first period. Isaac Poulter to the bench. 6-on-5 with the empty net on the delayed penalty coming up against Greensboro. Hebert works through the neutral zone for Florent. He got a fresh stick from head equipment manager Curtis Mosley, but it rolls off of said twig and handled by Greensboro for a slashing penalty. At 10:40 remaining of a still scoreless first period, heading into the Greensboro beatbox penalty box is going to be Dalton Skelly. 2-minute minor for slashing. The evidence of a split in half Warrior stick was laying in the near side corner. Not a lot of protest from Skelly, and it will be the first new Horizon Bank power play of the evening for the Admirals. Faceoff will be taken on the far side circle in Greensboro territory. Fresh 2-minute new Horizon Bank power play. Skelly in the Greensboro beatbox penalty box for slashing. Gargoyles win the defensive zone face-off. The Admirals are hard on the forecheck, and Hebert moves it to the blue line for Zalati. Zalati walks to the middle of the high slot, still holding on to it all the way to the near side circle. Looking for a drop pass to the high slot. Florence is there, but it comes back to Zalati below the goal line. Back to the top of the zone for Duro. Back to Zalati. Blue line straight away, shot deflected, pad save, rebound. Patience from Hebert, but it doesn't pay off. Greensboro clears it to the blue line, not out. Hajeyev with a big stop. Duro, circle far side. Young can't pull the trigger. Florent back to Young on the far side, bottom circle. 40 seconds gone in the new Horizon Bank power play. Duro from the near side hash mark, backhands it to the corner for Justin Young, and Grant Hebert is there now. Ben Zalati from the far blue line towards the net, saved by Hajeyev, and the rebound cleared by Greensboro. Grant Hebert showing his patience, working towards the front of the net around a diving Hajeyev, trying to go for a two-pad stack, but they can't find the back of the net on the power play just yet. Admirals regain entry. O'Leary with a reverse hit. Pap to the blue line. Engum far side. Save made. Hajeyev down and out. O'Leary. Engum fires just wide of an open net. 2 inches to the left, and it's the first goal of the game. 30 seconds left in a new Horizon Bank power play. Chase Yoder through the neutral zone over the red line. Now offensively into the zone. Drop pass through, and Pap. Save made. Hajeyev. Engum gets tied up. Puck rolls to the blue line. Held in. McDougal from the circle. Backdoor score! Chaos on the power play. And it's a new Horizon Bank power play goal. A backdoor tap in for Christoph Pap. Lots of protest coming from the Greensboro bench and captainship. They wanted a trip on Braden Ingham at the top of the zone that they're not going to get. The puck was there. Puck is down. It's a legal and good goal, and a 1-0 lead for the Admirals with 8:45 left in period one. 0 for 12 on the power play against Allen over the course of 3 games. 1 for 1 against the Greensboro Gargoyles. Knoll, the stretch pass for Osmondson down the left wing. Fakes the spinorama, holds it in the far corner. 8:25 left in period one, 1-0 lead for the Admirals. At the blue line, Magnuson lets it rip, and it deflects to the near side corner. Magnuson still looking for his first professional goal. He'll retreat out to the neutral zone as it's chipped into center ice territory. On the back check is Nathan Knoll, and he'll take the holding call. And the Greensboro crowd can't believe it. No, Nathan Knoll's going to get nabbed for holding the stick? That's a questionable call. 8:04 left in period one. We'll step aside for the second time tonight here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network and a Centera Therapy Center penalty kill coming up.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
8:04 left in period one. Norfolk on their first Centera Therapy Center penalty kill of the night. Nathan Knoll into the beat box penalty box for, quote, holding the stick. It was wrapped up from behind. The stick fell out of the arms of the Gargoyle player. So Greensboro works it around the top of the Admirals zone on a fresh power play. Gore looks for an option from the near side, top circle, shadowed by Osmondson and Ingham. To the blue line, it goes to Delmas. Works to the far side and gets it back to Delmas, who backhands it to the near side top circle, and it's one-handed out by Braden Ingham, who read that pass perfectly. Noah Delmas to the far side, and now Greensboro working through the neutral zone with a stutter step around Brady Florent. Intercepted by Magnuson off the glass, out to the neutral zone. Florent and Osmondson with the strip and steal in the neutral zone. They can't get it deep. Weiss over the blue line. Can't get it around McDougal. Sends it back out to the neutral zone. Osmondson takes a hit, steps on the puck, and can't get a shorthanded break. Delmas to the far side, 2-on-1 for Greensboro. Backdoor feed. Excellent back check from Brady Florent. He'll start it up for Osmondson, and it's just out of his reach. Hajeyev throws it out the body of Osmondson, and it goes back to the trapezoid with 6:54 left in period one. 48 seconds left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Down the right wing comes Greensboro, still on the power play. They'll work into the Admirals' defensive zone, saucered to the blue line. Knocked out of the air by Dalton Skelly. To the near side, Newell. Down to the corner, Greg Smith. Newell up to Skelly at the blue line. Push to the far side circle, shot into the midsection of Isaac Poulter. No rebound given up on the far circle shot from Anthony Rinaldi. 6:28 left in period one. Norfolk still holding on to a 1-0 lead. Christoph Papp's 15th of the season from Josh McDougal on the power play at the 11:09 mark of period number one. Far side circle face-off. Greensboro wins it towards the blue line. Skelly to the near side blue line. And Newell will walk it down the wall. Richardson to the goal line, back to Newell in the corner. Wants to get it to the blue line to Skelly, and he does. Skelly walking the line, rolled away for O'Leary to send it down the ice with 6 minutes remaining in period one. We're back to 5-on-5, full and even strength. Nathan Knoll out of the beat box, penalty box, heads to the bench for a line change. Hebert, Young, and Papp out with Zalotti and Magnuson. Some line juggling following the special teams units out on the ice. This one chipped up in the air, stays on side for Will Magnuson to hold it in the defensive zone with Zalotti. Back to Magnuson up the near side for Hebert. Bumped off the puck, and it sent the rest of the way back towards the Admirals' defensive zone by Jordan Biro. Picked up the far side circle, and that shot goes into the left-handed catching glove of Isaac Poulter for a third and final media timeout of period number one here from the First Horizon Coliseum. It's a 1-0 lead for the Admirals over the Greensboro Gargoyles.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
Our Women and Girls in Sports Night is tomorrow, February 14th. Join us for the game and a pregame Women in Sports panel. Visit our social media for more details and to get your tickets today. 5:27 left in period one. Face-off in the Admirals' defensive zone. On the far side circle, shots 10-7 in favor of the Admirals. They lead 1-0 as well. Hebert pushed the face-off to the far side, but it's picked up by Greensboro for a blue line shot from, Borshoy. And now David Drake, I believe, is going to be guilty. Now it's Braden Engum for holding out of that far side corner battle. So back-to-back penalties against the Admirals. Now 5:14 left in period one. It's another Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Engum to the beat box, penalty box for holding.
Your Greensboro Gargoyles are on the Bill Black Chevrolet Power Play.
Knoll and Florent will be out here with McDougal and Magnuson for the first penalty kill unit. All of this with 5:14 left in period one. Norfolk holding to a 1-0 lead. Florent will skate it out shorthanded off the face-off win, and he'll just dump it to the far corner. Nathan Knoll is going to be in on the forecheck. It's reversed up the far wall by Greensboro, right onto the stick of Blake Biondi. Biondi looks for an option. It's the backhand of Gore. And Biondi has it knocked back out towards center ice. Noah Delmas from his own trapezoid behind the Greensboro net. Weiss will dump it back onto the stick of Logan Nelson. Nelson gets around O'Leary to the far corner, not around Fedoruk, but it does find Weiss on the near side hash marks. Osmondson sends it back to Weiss on a deflection, now eventually to the blue line for Delmas. Gore works to the top of the zone. Delmas moves it to the far side. Good shot block from Fedoruk, and eventually into the left-handed catching glove of Isaac Poulter with 4:15 left in period number one. Still 1:02 left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Shots now 10-8 in favor of the Admirals. Face-off again taken on the far side circle. Loose puck on the face-off, picked up by Greensboro to the far side corner. Greg Smith around the wall for Newell at the near blue line. He'll walk to the high circle, back to Newell in the near side hash marks. Skelly pushes to the right wing. Newell all alone in the slot. Hit the crossbar first. And then eventually found its way into the back of the net with 3:57 left in period one. What a shot from Newell in the near side top circle. Can't give a player that much time and space. It originally hit the crossbar behind Poulter, and it goes off of his left skate and in, so we're tied up at 1 with 3:57 left in period one. Off the center ice face-off, there's Ben Zalati to start it up the right wing for Justin Young, who dumps it into the near corner and chases it himself around Braden Doyle. Backhanded up the near side wall, McDougall, a slat pass far side. Justin Young can't get the shot on goal. And pushed back to the neutral zone for Ben Zalati. Knocked away from him, he's gonna take an interference penalty. It's all falling apart right now. Greensboro works to the offensive zone, no shot taken on the partial 2-on-1. Push to the right wing, Norfolk's going on another penalty kill. So Zalati into the beat box, penalty box for interference. It's another Centera Therapy Center penalty kill coming up for the Admirals. It was a good start for the Admirals. It's now fallen apart over the last 4 or 5 minutes or so. Got to be able to kill this one off and start working a little bit more in the offensive zone. Magnuson rims it around the boards and Florent sends it down the ice. There's a good start to this Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Pageev will leave it behind his net, picked up by Skelly, and right through the middle comes Richardson to retreat back to his own blue line. Richardson at the red line, gives it up to Newell, who dumps it into the Admirals trapezoid. Richardson knocked down on the play by Drake, but Greensboro holds possession to the blue line. Near side top circle, Newell far side. Anthony Rinaldi moves it to the corner. Rinaldi gets it back. There's Skelly at the top of the zone. Far side Rinaldi, he'll let it rip off the glove hand of Poulter. From the trapezoid, there's Smith. He'll rim it around the far side. Florent can't get there, so Newell has it in the corner for Skelly at the blue line. Skelly walks to the middle. Newell near side top circle, works to the high slot. Back door. What a deflection. Too much time and space for players in front of Isaac Poulter. A blue line shot deflected perfectly over the Admirals netminder. Absolutely nothing that Poulter can do on that one. And a 1-0 lead has now turned into a 2-1 deficit. Newell walking right to the high slot. And a shot intended for that perfect deflection right along the ice. Top shelf right under the crossbar. Back-to-back power play goals for Greensboro. They're taking advantage of their power play opportunities. I believe that makes them 2 for 3. Here in this first period, the Admirals cannot afford to give up those kind of opportunities and defeat themselves early on in this game. Down to 2 minutes remaining in period 1. 5-on-5 play. And it's deflected in towards Isaac Poulter. He'll start it up the far wall. He can't clear it out himself. Down that far side, Trevor Zins tries to move it through the high slot. And into the neutral zone, there's Doyle. Back into the Greensboro defensive end. And Zing will hold on to it at his Greensboro blue line. 1:40 left in period 1. Dumped into Braden Engham's corner on the far side. There's Josh McDougall as Engham was hit by Tian Rask into that far side. And it opened up a entrance door. So it stops the Admirals' breakout. They would have very easily gotten to the neutral zone, but because the puck was in the Admirals' defensive zone when the play was blown dead, that will be an offensive zone faceoff for Greensboro. Unfortunate for the Admirals. It'll be taken on the near side circle to the blocker hand side of Poulter with 90 seconds now remaining in period one. Good shot block from Magnuson. Rimmed around the boards at the far side by Borshov. Stuff attempt on the far side, stopped by Poulter. Magnuson clears the play out. High slot shot deflected by Osmondson off the back glass. And Gore. Back down into the corner for Benzalati. Gore will push it to that right side for Weiss. Weiss walks to the high slot, fakes the shot, gets around Magnuson, a backhander, deflected off the stick of Zalati with 1 minute remaining in period one. To the far circle. One-timer hit a body in front, still there in the slot, cleared away by Zalati. Osmondson lays a reverse hit and earns possession. He'll start it for Chase Yoder. Osmondson cut down in the neutral zone. Sutter gets it back off of his skate. He clears it to the far corner inadvertently. And it bounces over the stick of Engum all the way down to Admiral territory with 30 seconds left in period one. Engum up the wall for Osmondson. Into the middle, there's Reifenberger to the high slot. His shot gets blocked away. Batted out of the air, glove down by Osmondson. Towards the front, save made by Hajeyev, and the rebound cleared to the far corner. Young towards the slot, Osmondson poking at it. 13 seconds left in the period. From the far half wall, Drake leaves it for Reifenberger. There's time for a shot, 8 seconds left. Drake rims it around the boards, got to get it to the front of the net. Osmondson's tied up, 2 seconds left in the period. The Admirals don't get a shot on goal in the last 20 seconds of their offensive pressure. It started so well for the Admirals. They got the first goal of the game just halfway through period one on a power play. But then 2 straight power play goals of their own for the Greensboro Gargoyles has the Admirals down 2-1 after 20 minutes of play. When we come back to the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, it'll be the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric first intermission show from the First Horizon Coliseum.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear. We made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down. We go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in, and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping, and partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action, in the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward. That spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
Welcome back inside the First Horizon Coliseum. The first time the Admirals have made the trip to North Carolina this season, the first of 12 straight matchups between the Gargoyles and the Admirals. It started off very well for Norfolk, but it's currently a 2-1 lead for Greensboro after 20 minutes of play. Nick Gimbel here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, and we welcome you in to the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric first intermission show here in Greensboro, North Carolina. All 3 goals in this game scored on the power play. Christoph Papp's 15th of the season. Josh McDougall right now credited with the lone assist on that goal at the 11:09 mark of period number 1. And then 2 goals in about a minute and a half, both on the power play. Braden Engham's holding penalty and Ben Zalati's interference penalties, both proving costly for the Admirals. First, it was Patrick Newell with his 4th goal of the season from Rinaldi and Dalton Skelly. Then a minute and 28 seconds later, Smith's 7th of the season, Newell and Skelly picking up the assist. So both Newell and Skelly each have a multi-point night already through just 20 minutes of play. Dalton Skelly with 2 assists, Newell with 1 goal and 1 assist. Christoph Papp's 15th goal of the season ties Brady Florent for the team lead in goals. That is where we stand right now, a 2-1 lead for the Greensboro Gargoyles after 20 minutes of play. When we come back to the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, it'll be more of the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric first intermission show here from the First Horizon Coliseum.
WGNT 27 has moved up to Cox Channel 44, where you can catch news in the morning on your time.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us.
Watch evening news at 7 that's worked around your schedule, and late news at 10 that's not too late, helping you get to bed on time.
Thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, did I mention we broadcast Norfolk Admirals games? Score! WGNT 27, your home for local news and sports, now on Cox Channel 44.
Hi, Norfolk Admirals hockey fans. I'm Jan Jeffcoat from the National News Desk. Depend on our network of nearly 4,000 local journalists when news breaks across America. Locally covered, nationally connected, the National News Desk covers major breaking news across the nation, region by region, state by state, city by city. The National News Desk is America's News Now. Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on MyTVZ.
Buds Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. The Home Comfort Hat Trick. For all of your home service needs, you've got a Bud for
that. When it comes to your home, trust matters, and Home Genius Exteriors has you covered. Our experts are ready to tackle any exterior project for your home. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience.
The catastrophic injury team at Cooper Hurley helps people injured in truck, motorcycle, and other serious crashes.
We take on big insurance companies and powerful corporations. If you've been seriously injured, call the experts.
Call Cooper Hurley.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality health care and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia B, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
We welcome you back inside the First Horizon Coliseum here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Continuation of the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric First Intermission Show. We'll take a look at some out-of-town scores around the North Division and around the Eastern Conference. At the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts, the Trois-Rivières Lions and Worcester Railers have not scored at the end of period number one. The Reading Royals have a 1-0 lead on the road against the Wheeling Nailers. The Adirondack Thunder and Maine Mariners have both headed south for the weekend. Adirondack at the Gas South Arena in Duluth, Georgia have a 1-0 lead on the road against the Atlanta Gladiators. And the Maine Mariners just getting underway at Hertz Arena in Estero, Florida against the Florida Everblades. Sticking in the Eastern Conference, the Orlando Solar Bears 0-0 after one period of play, hosting the Kansas City Mavericks. And after one period of play, the Jacksonville Icemen on the road have a 2-0 lead against the Savannah Ghost Pirates. 2-1 lead for the Greensboro Gargoyles in our game here over the Admirals. All three goals scored on the power play. Christoph Papp, the lone goal scorer for the Admirals, got the scoring started at the 11:09 mark of period one. Newell and Smith getting on the board on the power play, giving Greensboro a one-goal lead. 2-1 is our score after one period of play. And we're going to hope that the trends change here. We're going to look at some in-depth analytics and some records. When leading after the first period, the Greensboro Gargoyles are 7-2-2-1, and a team that's only won 12 total games. More than half of those wins were coming when they are leading after the first period. The Admirals are still looking for their first victory when trailing after the first period. They're 0-14 when trailing after the first and 0-18 when trailing after the second. It's going to be right here and now that this trend needs to change for the Admirals to get any hope of getting back into the North Division standings race. Got to be able to win in any and all scenarios. Brad Jones and I talk about it when we're at home. At the start of 2026, the Admirals were finding new ways to win. One of those new ways to win has got to be a come-from-behind effort for their first time when when trailing after the first period. This has been the Bud's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric First Intermission Show. When we come back to the Centerra Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, we'll bring you Period 2 between Greensboro and Norfolk here from the First Horizon Coliseum.
When you need medical care, ask Centerra Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear. We made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down. We go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping, partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action. In the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward, that spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
Back inside the First Horizon Coliseum, ready to start period number 2 between the Greensboro Gargoyles and the Norfolk Admirals. Nick Gimbel here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. The Admirals trailing Greensboro 2-1 to start period 2. The Admirals in their road white uniforms trimmed in navy blue and gold will be moving right to left across the ice surface for period number 2. Isaac Poulter in the net to our right. Greensboro in black, trimmed in dark gray and purple, moving left to right across the ice surface for period number 2. Ruslan Hajeyev in the net to our left. 2-1 lead for Greensboro to start. No carryover penalties or power plays. Norfolk will dump it into the near side corner, courtesy of Justin Young. He gets it back to the far side circle, and eventually Braden Engum. Lively bounce off the near side corner boards. Came all the way through the slot. Jaden Durow in the far corner walks towards the front of the net. Dispossessed just as it bounced through the crease to the near side for Justin Young to battle for possession. Over the stick of Durow, Reifenberger retreating towards the high slot. Durow is there, knocks it back towards the goal line, and now Reifenberger activates on the forecheck with Justin Young. Young with a nice hit, but he can't earn possession. Through the leg of Smith and through David Drake all the way down to Admiral territory. Poulter will leave it for his tallest defenseman on the roster, for David Drake in the trapezoid. Tries to force it back to the far side. Greensboro's going to turn it over, or get the turnover, as Montgomery fires a shot over the crossbar. Now Yoder getting off the bench. Will work it up the near side wall. Engum ties his man up. There is Yoder from below the goal line. He'll work through the neutral zone. Stutter step right through the center ice logo. Down the near side wall, Yoder fires into the left-handed catching glove of Hajeyev. Snags it out of the air with no rebound. 18:41 left in period number 2. Still a 2-1 lead for Greensboro. Hey, hockey fans, take the action from the rink to Just Birdies, Norfolk's multi-sport simulator bar and grill. Shoot, swing, and score in over a dozen sports, or chill with craft drinks and great eats. It's the perfect play after the game. Just Birdies, where every night's game night. 18:41 left in period 2. Norfolk trailing 2-1, but they have an offensive zone faceoff that they win to the blue line. Zalotti walks to the middle, backhands it towards the mixer in front, but it's poked away from Yoder before a shot on goal could be had. Intercepted on the pass towards the blue line and cleared to the neutral zone for Will Magnuson. Trying to get it back at the blue line. Osmondson had to retreat to the neutral zone to negate the delayed offside. That gives Greensboro possession, working out of their own end. On and off the stick of Weiss goes back to Braden Doyle. Almost 2 minutes gone in period 2. Through the legs of Osmondson, intercepted by Yoder. They hold it in the offensive zone to the far side for Zalotti. Zalotti picks it off the wall, looks for a centering option, stops up in the trapezoid. Zalotti walks from the corner. Back door intended for Yoder. Osmondson can't continue it there, so it comes to Connor Fedoruk in the neutral zone. Back to Ben Zalotti. Zalotti for Osmondson. In the middle, O'Leary leaves it for Zalotti. Deflected back to the neutral zone, and fresh off the bench is Grant Hebert. Off a skate. Admirals smart to not touch it, to not take the too many men on the ice penalty. Now Greensboro has 6 on the ice, and they'll take the too many men on the ice penalty. So the Admirals 1 for 1 on the New Horizon Bank power play will get another one with 17:32 remaining in period 2.
Visit Gargoyles.com to learn how you can experience the fan penalty watch at a future Gargoyles game.
Shots 13-11. This would be a huge tying moment for the Admirals if they're able to capitalize on their second straight New Horizon Bank power play. 2-1 lead for Greensboro here in the early parts of period 2. Face off near side circle. Yoder sends it to the corner for Christoph Papp. Looks at the blue line for Engum, fakes it near side. McDougal goes to Papp and Yoder in the far circle. Papp in the corner, knocked off the puck, but finds Yoder supporting. Up for O'Leary and now Engum. Walks down the wall from the blue line. Engum looking at the high slot. Near side, McDougal fires just wide of the far post, and it's all the way back out to neutral ice on a rolling puck. 3 minutes gone in period 2. A fresh New Horizon Bank power play for the Admirals, trailing 2-1. Dumped in for Christoph Papp to rim it around the far glass. Hits a stanchion, but handled by Chase Yoder. Yoder, shot saved by Hajeyev, and the rebound cleared by Christoph Papp to the near corner, and the loose puck picked up by Greensboro all the way down to Admiral territory. Admirals in the middle of a line change. Josh McDougal will drop it back for Ben Zalotti to complete the power play line change. 1 minute remaining in the New Horizon Bank power play. Dureau up the near side wall, works through the neutral zone. Backhands for Grant Hebert at the blue line, high slot. Florent back door, off the right pad of Hajeyev, and the rebound cleared. Poulter out of his net, plays it in the trapezoid, rims it up the near side. It's stolen away by Greensboro from the near side circle, and a paddle save had to be made by Isaac Poulter on a shorthanded Greensboro opportunity. Now Zalotti joins the play to the high slot. His shot off a shin pad. Florent fails on the toe drag on a bouncing puck. 30 seconds remaining in the power play. Dureau from the far circle. Now Zalotti straight away at the blue line. Zalotti looks for an option into the slot. Hebert has time and space, moves it back to the far side and through the legs of Zalotti back to the near circle for Young. Zalotti straight away, fires, saved by Hajeyev. There's no rebound there. Grant Hebert was on his backhand with his back facing the net. Couldn't get a shot on goal and pushed it to the far side for Dureau. So no quality shot taken in between the hash marks. Instead, more perimeter puck movement for the Admirals. Turns into a long-range shot from Zalotti and an easy save for Hajeyev. Only 13 seconds remaining on the New Horizon Bank power play. 15:45 left in period 2. 2-1 deficit right now for the Admirals. Hebert, Dureau, and Florent with Zalotti and McDougal. Florent towards the net, and it's right into the gargoyle crest of Hajeyev. Again, no rebound given up. Face-off back in the near side circle, no line change. Greensboro wins it to the corner. It's rimmed around and all the way down to Admiral territory. That'll be it for their second New Horizon Bank power play. The Admirals will deflect it into Greensboro territory. Greensboro will work back towards the Admirals' defensive zone on a delayed offside. The Admirals would have gone on a 3-on-2, but it was touched by Greensboro in the Admirals' defensive end. I have no idea what the random screaming and shouting is about. That has me distracted from the play, so my apologies. With 15:17 remaining in period number 2. 2-1 lead for Greensboro. 5-on-5, full and even strength. Face-off just outside of the Admirals' defensive zone. Fourth line is out. Knoll gets the face-off. Aiden Sutter, but it's over the stick of Braden Nicolettes for Delmas to dump in with help from Rask to the near corner. Drake backhands up the wall for Braden Nicolettes. Backhander into the middle, intercepted by Rask. He'll dump it far corner. Drake has to pick it off the wall on the goal line. Sutter dumped from behind. There's no penalty call there. The Admirals wanted one. They're not going to get. 5 minutes gone in period 2. 2-1 lead for Greensboro. Rask to the far side circle. Shot off the paddle of Poulter. Good rebound control. Sends it to the far corner as well. And the net of Poulter is displaced. So I believe the Admirals will not be allowed to make a line change as well. Face-off will stay in the Admirals' defensive zone. It'll be taken to the far side circle. Blocker hand side of Poulter. Both goaltenders wearing the catching glove on the left hand for this evening's matchup. Greensboro currently working with an emergency backup goaltender sitting down to our left. Unsure who was going to be the starting goaltender as Poulter has to make a point-blank save, and the rebound cleared to the far corner. Ruslan Hajeyev was not supposed to be the starting goaltender for Greensboro, but he's currently made 15 of 16 saves, and this one through the 5-hole Poulter. Admirals all out of sorts in their defensive end. They left a man unmarked in the near side circle. And it goes through the legs of Poulter, who tried to scramble laterally to the near side. We'll get a look at it in the arena. Oh, it was a rebound from Poulter that he's going to want back. Shot from the far side finds a wide open Patrick Newell for his second of the game. Now a 3-1 lead for Greensboro. 3 straight for the Admirals as well. They're onside just barely. Newell will send it down low in the corner for Pat. Hebert wanted the backdoor feed. Hebert will get it in the corner to the blue line for Fedoruk. Towards the net. Pad save made by Hajeyev. There's no rebound to collect for the Admirals. Just about 6 minutes gone here in period 2. 14:04 remaining. Just shy of our first media timeout. Face-off near side circle, Greensboro territory. Hebert with a clean win. Florent with a shot right on into the glove of Hajeyev again. Takes 4 seconds off the clock. 14:02 remaining in period 2. We'll do it again on the near side circle. This time Greensboro wins it back, courtesy of Logan Nelson. Out towards center, Weiss leaves it for Gore. Gore's shot in and out of the midsection of Poulter. Rebound handle in the near circle. Towards the high slot, 4-on-2 for the Admirals if they hurry. Pat down the near side wall, up for Hebert. Far side, no shot on goal. And here's a 2-on-1 transition for Greensboro. Weiss down the left wing, Hebert on the back check. Weiss taking the tour of the Admirals defensive zone to the high slot. Saved by Poulter into the left-handed catching glove. 4-on-2 for the Admirals, no shot on goal, and a 2-on-1 transition for Greensboro that Poulter has to make a save on. 13:31 left in period 2, 3-1 lead for Greensboro. We'll be back after this on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
WGNT 27 has moved up to Cox Channel 44, where you can catch news in the morning on your time.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us.
Watch evening news at 7 that's worked around your schedule, and late news at 10 that's not too late, helping you get to bed on time.
Thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, did I mention we broadcast Norfolk Admirals games? Score! WGNT 27, your home for local news and sports, now on Cox Channel 44.
For all Wednesday and Sunday home games, get your first draft beer of the night for just $5 when you buy tickets through this offer. Visit our website or social medias to get your first draft deal for our February, Wednesday, and Sunday home games now. $13:31 left in period 2. 3-1 lead for Greensboro. Approaching the halfway mark of period 2. Defensive zone face-off for the Admirals on the far circle. Greensboro wins it to the blue line. Shot right on into the left-handed glove of Isaac Poulter. Stops the clock. That is the 19th shot on goal for Greensboro. They've taken the lead in that category, 19-18. Norfolk 1 for 2 on their power play opportunities. Greensboro 2 for 3. Norfolk outshot Greensboro in the first period, 12-11. Right now, 8-6 is the shot lead for Greensboro. Make that 9-6 off another offensive zone face-off win and a quick shot on Isaac Poulter, who makes another save. 13:24 left in period 2, 3-1 lead for the Gargoyles. This time it's picked up by Yoder, who will find Jack O'Leary working 1-on-3. Batted away at the center ice red line. And Chase Yoder's going to be taking for a slashing penalty on that. I don't agree with that one. Yoder was making a play on the puck, and the Gargoyle player wasn't holding on to his stick. But the Admirals earned possession and an advantage from it. And it's another Centera Therapy Center penalty kill for the Admirals. Got to kill it off. This is a must-kill situation. Otherwise, you're down 3 at the halfway mark. The graphic on the scoreboard says cheaters never win. They must not have seen the other 2 penalties that Greensboro took earlier in the game. 13-13 left in period 2, 3-1 lead for the Gargoyles. Offensive zone face-off. Yoder in the beat box, penalty box for slashing. McDougal will earn possession for the Admirals. Short-handed, he'll send it the length of the ice. Back into the trapezoid with Osmondson and Knoll shadowing on the short-handed light forecheck pressure. Greensboro will move it down the left wing. Patrick Newell is all of a sudden on hat-trick watch. He's out on this power play unit for Greensboro. He's got it in the trapezoid. Looking for a centering option. All the way to the blue line for Rinaldi. Rinaldi walks to the near circle. Backhanded off the wall. Richardson through the skates of Knoll. Rinaldi up the far wall for Newell. Newell to the blue line for Skelly. Near side top circle. Knocked away by Knoll. Poked onto the stick of Osmondson. Out towards the neutral zone. Osmondson trying to earn an offensive opportunity, shorthanded down by 2. It's on and off of his stick. Now a quick transition for Rinaldi over the blue line. He'll drop it for Smith. Smith shot off the post on the outside and rebound cleared to the far blue line. Logan Nelson for Skelly. Bump to the far corner. Magnuson gets there. He can't clear it. It's on the stick of Rinaldi, and now Skelly will play catch with him on the near side circle. Back to the trapezoid for Newell. Rinaldi near circle. Skelly straight away. 35 seconds left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Poulter makes a save on the far side. Newell walks in between the hash marks, and the shot gets blocked away by a diving Florent. Sharp angle shot. This is a high stick played by Greensboro, and that'll stop play as Newell was that close to a hat-trick goal, and Greensboro threatening very heavily at the 11:36 remaining mark of period 2. 24 seconds left on their power play opportunity. Too close for comfort. Too close for comfort, especially for Isaac Poulter flailing around. Too close for comfort for the Admirals fans that have made their way here to Greensboro. Quite a few bits of blue and gold in the stands here in enemy territory. Cheering on the Admirals in the first of 3 straight against this Gargoyles team, the newest in the ECHL. 10 seconds left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Hebert has it in the offensive zone, shorthanded. To the blue line, McDougal walks, takes the shot. It's deflected over the glass and out of play. With only 1 second remaining in Chase Yoder's penalty, he'll exit the beat box penalty box pretty much simultaneously with the puck drop on the far side circle in Greensboro territory. 11:14 left in period 2. We'll see where Yoder heads, if he heads on the ice to join Young and Hebert, or if he sprints to the bench. Puck is down, Yoder out of the beat box penalty box. He'll join the play. Zing harassed by Young. Admirals can't earn the turnover on the first attempt, but it comes to Young in the high slot. It stays in the offensive zone. Young pressured from behind. Yoder supports. On and off of his stick for Zach Fairmouth. It's backhanded to the neutral zone into the Admirals bench off the left hand of Admirals assistant coach and defense coach CJ D'Alamonte. No one worse for wear. Good awareness back behind the players for CJ. And the faceoff will be right in front of the Admirals bench in the neutral zone, just outside of the Greensboro defensive end with 10:50 left in period 2. Right onto the stick of Zalotti. He'll gain entry to the offensive end as Yoder is tied up with Rask at the blue line. Through the legs of O'Leary, he earns possession for Zalotti in the near corner. To the blue line, Duro walks into one. Pad save made by Hajeyev. Rebound for Zalotti in the top of the zone. Backhands it to the near side. Bouncing puck for Duro. Toe drag is deflected out towards the neutral zone by Tian Rask. Duro thrown into the boards, but he finds Chase Yoder on the near side blue line in the offensive zone. Fedoruk around a diving play as Yoder's cut down in the neutral zone. He gets back to his feet. O'Leary moves it to the corner for Ben Zalotti. And it's intercepted as the intended target was Fedoruk. Thrown off the glass on the near side. Yoder with a nice hit on Biro. Yoder will gain entry to the offensive end. Fakes the slap shot, moves it down to the near corner. Past the 10-minute remaining mark of period number 2. We're at the halfway point of the game. Duro with a spinorama around Richardson. But it comes to the near circle under Greensboro possession. Magnuson can't hold the line. Retreating against Patrick Newell. Richardson holds it off the near side wall. Backdoor feed. Newell is there. Can't get the shot on goal from the near side. Hit a skate in front. There was an open net. Poulter gets back to his footing as Montgomery moves it along the blue line for Braden Doyle. Shot goes wide. Montgomery pinches from the blue line. There's Newell. Newell backdoor to the far side. Again wide open. Poulter has to make a point-blank save. Admirals again losing a player visually in the defensive zone. This time Poulter clears him out. 9:17 left in period 2. We'll take our second media timeout here from the First Horizon Coliseum. 3-1 lead for Greensboro. Past the halfway point on the Centera Norfolk Admirals broadcast network.
Hi, Norfolk Admirals hockey fans. I'm Jan Jeffcoat from the National News Desk. Depend on our network of nearly 4,000 local journalists when news breaks across America. Locally covered, nationally connected, the National News Desk covers major breaking news across the nation, region by region, state by state, city by city. The National News Desk is America's News Now. Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on MyTVZ.
Bud's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. The Home Comfort Hat Trick. For all of your home service needs, you've got a Bud for that.
9:17 left in period number 2. Our Winning Wednesdays deal is available for all Wednesday home games. Buy a ticket to a Wednesday game through this offer, and if the Admirals win that night, you'll win a free ticket to the next Wednesday home game. Visit our social medias or our website to get your Winning Wednesday deal for our February 18th game now against the Fort Wayne Comets. 3-1 lead for Greensboro past the halfway point of the game. 9:17 left in period 2. Face-off in the Admirals defensive zone. Hebert wins it, pushes it to the far side, picked up by Greensboro at the blue line, and they'll hold it in for a moment. Now Drake has it roll away from him in the corner, and Greensboro picks it up in the far corner. Backhanded to the slot, skate to stick, save made by Poulter. Rebound back to the top of the slot. Doyle, now near side Montgomery. His shot towards the net, just deflected wide of Poulter. Florent dangerously through the middle as Papp was trying to get through the neutral zone for a stretch pass. Back towards the Admirals defensive end. Drake has to softly poke it to Will Magnuson. Intercepted on the rim by Tyler Weiss. Weiss to the high slot. Plenty of time at the blue line. Throws it on towards the slot. Deflected just wide by Logan Nelson. Nelson to the top of the zone, drops it for Weiss. Gargoyles, strategic and surgical with the puck movement and body movement in the Admirals defensive zone. A little too stationary for all 5 players in white. Towards the high slot, Weiss battling with Hebert one-on-one. They go into a board battle. Picked up by Greensboro. Off the skate of Magnuson. He does the honors of finally clearing it out. Continued through neutral ice for Hebert. Dumped for Florent. Too far away from him. And here's Greensboro on a transition 2-on-1. Stymied by a back-checking Ben Zalotti. Florent needs to get off for a line change. He finds his all-star defenseman, and the breakout begins for Reifenberger and Dureau. Dureau with a sharp angle shot over the crossbar. Zalotti works the blue line. It's on and off of his stick, and here's a 3-on-2. Partial 2-on-1 knocked away by Zalotti on a delayed offside, and here comes Dureau getting around his defender. Can't get the shot on goal. 7.5 left in period 2, still a 3-1 lead for Greensboro. Zalotti just barely holds the line, finds Reifenberger in the high slot. Walks between the hash marks, his shot gets deflected. Young trying to find a play to the blue line. Intercepted by Fairmouth, but not out. Zalotti holds the line. Chip to the corner. Miscommunication between Reifenberger and Dureau. Neither of them went for it. It's rimmed around to the near blue line. McDougall holds it. There is Dureau below the goal line, but it's through him. And Noah Delmas again held in by Zalotti, doing a good job. That was his 3rd time holding the zone, but it's through his legs. And now he's in on the back check as Fairmouth comes onside with Rinaldi. Rinaldi gets around McDougall, who's going to take a holding penalty. Stuck his leg and free hand out. And it's a holding penalty against the Admirals' alternate captain with 6:47 left in period 2. McDougall to the beat box, penalty box for holding. 3-1 lead for Greensboro, 6:47 left in period 2, and it's another Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Face-off will be taken in the Admirals' defensive zone on the glove-hand side of Isaac Poulter. Something's got to change for the Admirals real quick. Otherwise, the bus ride to Scope and the 3 a.m. arrival is going to be that much more bitter. Osmondson will skate the puck to the neutral zone and all the way to Greensboro territory. Yoder is in there on the shorthanded opportunity, trying to kill time and earn any bit of offense. Osmondson continues the hard forecheck. Nathan Knoll is standing up on the Admirals bench in case Osmondson is at the end of his shift and needs a line change. Osmondson stays out with Yoder to the near side. Backdoor feed from Blake Biondi, who again came in fairly uncontested to the near side. Off the skates of the referee in the far corner. Walking off the wall on the far side is Gore. Off of his stick, and there's Yoder getting to it. Possible for a shorthanded 2-on-1, turns into a 2-on-2. Yoder works it to the far corner. Doesn't really have an option towards the front of the net. It's off the blocker hand of Hajeyev. And Biondi will work through the neutral zone over the blue line. Knoll and O'Leary, fresh legs shorthanded. Poked at by O'Leary, but not out. 55 seconds remaining on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Fedoruk with the intercept in the trapezoid, and it's backhanded to the neutral zone and all the way down. Hajeyev out of his net, plays it away from O'Leary, but O'Leary gets to it. Knoll is there in front of the net, rolls away from O'Leary all the way to the neutral zone. Admirals in the middle of a line change. Luckily, Connor Fedoruk gets back. He sends it with the lob wedge to the neutral zone. Not enough backspin to find Nathan Knoll on a shorthanded 2-on-1. 5:12 left in period 2, 25 seconds left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Rinaldi trying to drop it through Zalotti. No good on that play. Knocked out of the air. It's a high stick against Greensboro with 5:02 remaining in period 2. The Admirals trying to find that fine line of working for offense shorthanded while also trying to be defensively sound. Too many times in this game, the Admirals losing a player down low, and it's cost them a couple of times tonight. Admirals win a neutral zone faceoff. It's through Engum, though, to the goal line. Backhanded far side. Florent sends it down the ice. To the neutral zone, through the stick of Pap, who continues it down to the corner. Hebert going to the net. Pap has it below the goal line. Off the stick of Hajeyev. Now Engum in the near circle. Now we're back to 5-on-5, full and even strength. Hebert finds Pap and McDougall in the neutral zone. Admirals kill it off. This one does deflect in the neutral zone, so there's no icing to the far corner in Greensboro territory. Zing through Hebert for Rask. It's left for Byro. Rask with a stutter step around Florent. Florent earns possession. And Pap will send it to an open area for Braden Engum to chase it down. Florent with a bouncing puck. It's on and off of his stick in a 2-on-1 transition. Greensboro, Fairmouth to the far side in front of the net. Paddle save made by Poulter. Point blank on Rask. Pap will find Hebert streaking 2-on-2 with Florent. Florent to the high slot. His shot goes in and out of the midsection of Hajeev. And the rebound cleared to the neutral zone for David Drake. 3:50 left in period 2. Drake for Dureau down the left wing. 3-on-2 for the Admirals, trying to catch Greensboro on a change. Dureau fires off a shin pad. Rebound for Knoll, and now Justin Young. Young below the goal line for Magnuson, who backhands it to the far corner. Young reverses for Dureau. Knoll is there supporting. Rims it hard around the boards to the near side for Drake. Drake in front, deflected. Rebound on the goal line. Hits the outside of the net for Nathan Knoll. And it's clear to the far side circle for Jaden Dureau. 3:19 left in period 2. The pass to the blue line bounces over the stick of Magnuson. Poulter out of his net to the far corner, rims it up the near side, over the stick of Drake, and an open net for Biondi, and he misses somehow. 3 minutes left in period 2. Admirals discombobulated in the defensive zone. They do block the shot in front, thanks to David Drake, but they can't get through the neutral zone. Newell with 2 in the game already to the near side. The one-timer off the outside of the net, gloved away by Drake to the near corner. 2:45 left in period 2. Drake ties his man up in the near corner, not allowing a pass to the front. Biondi tied up. It's loose towards the front of the net. Rolls into the crease, and Poulter has to get to it. Justin Young ties his man up in front of Poulter. Takes him down to the ice, and this will be media timeout number 3 from the First Horizon Coliseum with 2:35 left in period 2. 3-1 lead for Greensboro.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality health care and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
2:35 left in period 2. 3-1 lead for Greensboro. Defensive zone faceoff coming up for the Admirals on the left-handed catch and glove side of Isaac Poulter. Admirals win it. Yoder back for Zalotti in the corner. Saucer pass up the right wing for O'Leary. Dumps it off the wall for Osmondson to chase in the far corner. Osmondson tying Zins in the corner. Yoder trying to find O'Leary in the slot. Intercepted by Nelson. He gains center ice red to dump it around the boards. Poulter for Zalotti. Walks towards the front of the net, on and off of his stick, but O'Leary helps give Zalotti possession back on a partial 3-on-2 transition. Zalotti for Osmondson. Osmondson off a skate of Zing. Back to the trapezoid. Osmondson backdoor for Yoder. If he was a right-handed shot, that's a one-timer and a goal. Said the left-handed shot goes off the backhand. This one off the face of Osmondson, and Yoder pounds it home. Chase Yoder, Johnny on the spot. Osmondson's gonna maybe need some repairs after that one hit him in the face. He'll get a well-earned assist. And sometimes it's better to be good than lucky as the Admirals pull within one with $1:49 left in period 2. Darcy Weart's going to come take a look at Brandon Osmondson. That one hit him up in the face. Went towards the front of the net, and Chase Yoder pounds it home. Ruslan Hajeyev, no opportunity to get to that loose puck. Chase Yoder, Johnny on the spot. 3-2 lead for Greensboro, inside of 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Norfolk right back on the attack. Fedoruk in the far half wall. Nicolette's from below the goal line towards the front, intended for Sutter, who gets it back. He fires just over the net. May have gotten the crossbar. Drake rims it back behind. Nicolette's ties his man up. Drake joins the play. And it's through Sutter. And here comes Greensboro working 4-on-2. To the near side circle. Backdoor feed through the blue paint. And cut down on the far side was an Admiral player of Aiden Sutter. It's a late penalty call, but we'll take it. 1:07 left in period 2. The arm of the official didn't go up for a couple of seconds, but now it's a split power play for the Admirals. 1:07 left in period 2. If the Admirals don't score on the New Horizon Bank power play by the end of period 2, it'll carry over to the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Chase Yoder pulling the Admirals within 1. Better to be lucky than good in that situation, just finding the right spot at the right time. Admirals on the power play, 1 minute remaining in the period. One timer on the far side from Dureau, never made it on goal. Florent has a 2-on-1 down low, but it rolls in his feet. Comes out for Hebert. Young with a rolling puck, can't settle it for a one-timer. It's cleared all the way down by Greensboro with only 45 seconds left in the period. Zalotti up the wall for Dureau. Onside over the blue line. Dureau for Zalotti. Room on the near circle. Zalotti backdoor feed intended for Young. It's intercepted by Smith, but not out. Dureau to the corner. Florent towards the front of the net. Young tries to send it towards the slot. Intercepted and cleared by Greensboro with only 20 seconds left in the period. Chance for one last rush. Dureau fakes the drop to Zalotti and carries it over the blue line. Dureau trying to find Florent streaking towards the net. That's Poulter telling the players they've only got 6 seconds left. Picked up by Greensboro to the blue line. Hebert holds it for a moment, and there it goes to the Admirals zone for the end of period 2. Admirals pull back within 1. 3-2 lead for the Gargoyles after 40 minutes of play. When we come back, it'll be the Bud's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network when we come back.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia Beach, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
And we welcome you back inside the First Horizon Coliseum for the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show. Nick Gimbel here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, bringing you all the play-by-play action here for the first game ever between the Greensboro Gargoyles and the Norfolk Admirals, the first of 3 straight between these two teams. Will be back at Scope tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon. Right now, the Admirals staring a 3-2 deficit in the face after 40 minutes of play. Christoph Papp got the scoring started at the 11:09 mark of period 1. Newell and Smith would answer just a minute and 28 seconds apart from each other. All 3 of the first period goals were scored on the power play. Newell got his 2nd of the game, 5th of the season from Richardson and Biondi at the 5:34 mark of period 2, giving Greensboro their 3rd straight goal, making it 3-1. And then most recently, Chase Yoder, off the face of Brandon Osmondson and Jack O'Leary, Yoder's 13th of the season, pulls Norfolk back within 1 to 3-2 lead for the Greensboro Gargoyles. When we come back, it'll be more of the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, wrapping up some out-of-town scores across the ECHL.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear. We made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down. We go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in, and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping, partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action. in the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward. That spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
WGNT 27 has moved up to Cox Channel 44, where you can catch news in the morning on your time.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us.
Watch evening news at 7 that's worked around your schedule, and late news at 10 that's not too late, helping you get to bed on time.
Thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, did I mention we broadcast Norfolk Admirals games? Score! WGNT 27, your home for local news and sports, now on Cox Channel 44.
Hi, Norfolk Admirals hockey fans. I'm Jan Jeffcoat from the National News Desk. Depend on our network of nearly 4,000 local journalists when news breaks across America. Locally covered, nationally connected, the National News Desk covers major breaking news across the nation, region by region, state by state, city by city. The National News Desk is America's News Now. Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on MyTVZ.
Bud's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. The Home Comfort Hat Trick. For all of your home service needs, you've got a bug for that.
When it comes to your home, trust matters, and Home Genius Exteriors has you covered. Our experts are ready to tackle any exterior project for your home. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience.
The catastrophic injury team at Cooper Hurley helps people injured in truck, motorcycle, and other serious crashes.
We take on big insurance companies and powerful corporations. If you've been seriously injured, call the experts.
Call Cooper Hurley.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality health care and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia Beach, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
And we welcome you back inside the First Horizon Coliseum for the continuation of the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show. Greensboro holding on to a 3-2 lead over your Norfolk Admirals. Admirals have a 25-24 shot advantage at the moment. The only numbers that matter say 3-2 Greensboro. Here at the First Horizon Coliseum. Out-of-town scores around the ECHL are as follows. Staying in the North Division, the Trois-Rivières Lions have a 1-0 lead on the road against the Worcester Railers after their second period of play. Reading, also on the road, they have a 2-0 lead over the Wheeling Nailers at the end of their second period. Adirondack leading 3-1 over the Atlanta Gladiators, and the Maine Mariners halfway through their game at Hertz Arena in Estero, Florida, with a 1-0 lead over the Florida Everblades. Wrapping up the Eastern Conference, the Kansas City Mavericks down south to the Sunshine State, trailing the Orlando Solar Bears 3-2 at the end of their second period. Jacksonville with a 2-0 lead over the Savannah Ghost Pirates, ready to start their third period. The Greenville Swamp Rabbits, hosting the South Carolina Stingrays. That is an in-state rivalry. A 2-1 lead for the Swamp Rabbits at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena in Greenville, South Carolina, just outside of Clemson, South Carolina. And in our game, it is a 3-2 lead for the Greensboro Gargoyles over the Admirals. We mentioned it towards the end of the first intermission. The Admirals are 0-18 when trailing after the second period. Greensboro's 9-0-1 when leading after the second period. We're going to hope with everything that we can that this trend does not continue tonight. This is a team at the bottom of the North Division standings that the Admirals need to take advantage of. They play them 12 times over their last 30 games. There's 24 points up for grabs. But right now, this Greensboro Gargoyle team holding on to that 3-2 lead. They're thinking the same about the Admirals, just 4 points ahead of them in the North Division standings. Lots of points up for grabs. 12 total games between these two teams, the first of 3 straight this weekend. And we'll see what kind of effort and structure the Admirals bring out for the start of the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. This has been the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show. When we come back to the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, we'll bring you the start of period 3 here from the First Horizon Coliseum.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Ready to start the Michelob Ultra Zero third period here from the First Horizon Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. Nick Gimbel here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. Trying to hope for the Admirals to get their first come-from-behind win. They're 0-18 when trailing after the second period. Isaac Poulter in the net to our left, looking to shut the door the rest of the way. As the Admirals in their road white uniforms trimmed in navy blue and gold will move left to right across the ice surface for the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Greensboro in black trimmed in purple and silver will move right to left across the ice surface. Ruslan Hajeyev in the net to our right. Admirals with 54 seconds of New Horizon Bank carryover power play time to start this third period. Trailing by 1. Braden Engum will start out of his defensive end for Josh McDougall. Stolen away, and here's a 2-on-1 shorthanded transition. Braden Engum gets back and doesn't allow a shot on goal. It's rimmed around the far side boards. Richardson gets to it for Greensboro and backhands it onto the stick of Braden Engum. 28 seconds left on the power play. Yoder gives it back to Engum. Engum resets. Has Christoph Papp as the drop pass option. Papp through the neutral zone, over the blue line. Off the near wall, O'Leary settles and sends it to the corner for Papp. Up the near half wall, O'Leary to the blue line for Engum. Engum to the half wall, Yoder wanted to give it back, cycles down. O'Leary fans on the one-timer in the slot, but he holds on to it. We're back to 5-on-5, full and even strength. O'Leary in the near circle, through the stick of Papp, and here comes Greensboro one-on-one in the transition with Greg Smith out of the beat box, penalty box. Around Engum on goal, shoves Poulter towards the net, and Poulter has to make a point-blank save and a couple of rebound ones as Smith was able to get around Engum on the power move towards the net. Engum slid into Smith, and that slid him into Isaac Poulter. We're watching a good bit of curling during the Winter Olympics, and Engum able to knock Greg Smith off the button, knocking him into Isaac Poulter. We'll get the net replaced behind Isaac Poulter. Admirals will finish up their line change. 18:52 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Face off on the near side circle in Admiral territory. Hebert wins it, and Florent finds Zalotti in the trapezoid. Breakout started for Christoph Papp. Backhands right onto the stick of Brady Florent, who lost an edge. Over the center ice circle. Hebert trying to get to it, but it's rolled away from him, and Greensboro will work through the neutral zone, down the right wing wall, around Zalotti. No shot taken. Fedoruk gets to it. Fedoruk might take a holding the stick penalty. Doesn't get one, luckily. Greensboro wanted one in a bad way, and I don't blame them. Well, there is Connor Fedoruk with the lob wedge all the way down. Hebert skates right into it to the far corner. It's onside and no icing. Off the end boards for Brady Florent. Tried to center it for Hebert, and it goes right onto the stick of Gore. Gore through the neutral zone. Over the blue line, knocked away by McDougall. Dureau into skates, and Florent can't get a handle, and the Admirals are completely discombobulated in their defensive end. Turns into a Sheraton waterside icing with 17:49 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Born Primitive is athlete-driven and patriot-inspired, creating high-performance fitness apparel built for strength, style, and durability. Check out their full collection at bornprimitive.com and elevate your workouts today. Gargoyles win the offensive zone faceoff. Doyle shot blocked in front. Reifenberger finds Dureau. Florent wants the stretch pass. He's not going to get it. McDougall finds Reifenberger over the blue line. Drops it to the defenseman. McDougall for Dureau. Dispossessed from behind on a good back-checking stick from the Gargoyles. 2.5 gone here in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Greensboro trying to work a breakout, stolen away by Duro. Young gets to it in the trapezoid. Now Duro left behind the net. Duro for Reifenberger, rims it around to the near corner. Off the backhand of Duro, cycles back for Reifenberger, thrown out towards the front of the net. Logan Nelson picks it off, and he'll send it to the neutral zone. This one doesn't connect with anybody, but goes through Drake, enough to negate the icing call. Drake will hold on to it behind Poulter, up the near wall for McDougal. Knocked down by Reifenberger, it's in his feet. And here comes a transition from Greensboro as Norfolk can't gain entry cleanly. Knocked away by Magnuson for Osmundson. Osmundson for Justin Young, working 1-on-3, getting help from Osmundson now as a trailer. Osmundson at the far half wall, has it knocked away from him. And Magnuson will start it for Drake down the near side. Engum over the blue line for Yoder. Yoder off the far half wall for O'Leary. O'Leary looking for any option in a white jersey. It's Osmundson behind the net. Osmundson looking for O'Leary. It's intercepted and handled in the far corner by Greensboro. Out towards the blue line, held by Magnuson. O'Leary for Osmundson, through Magnuson, out to the neutral zone. 16-14 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. 3-2 lead for Greensboro. Norfolk needs one to tie, and it's intercepted by Greensboro in the neutral zone. Patrick Newell with 2 goals in the game. Had it picked off, and O'Leary can't clear it out. Fairmouth has it stripped away by O'Leary, and now left wing Osmundson. Osmundson trying to cut towards the net. Backhand is up to O'Leary, but it's off of his stick, and again, another odd man rush where the Admirals don't get a shot on goal. Yoder leaves it for Osmundson, who can't dump it deep, and now the other way comes Anthony Rinaldi. Poked away by Zalati at the last minute, no shot taken. 15:35 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Braden Nicolette's with his best street goalie impression, walking that shot in the high slot. Greensboro back on the offensive. Stretch pass for Nicolette's, working 2-on-2 with Sutter joining the play. Nicolette's a backhander into the left-handed catching glove of Hajeyev. It's in his catching glove, and the net was displaced behind Hajeyev. So that'll stop the play with 15-16 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Both teams will be allowed to make their line change. Bring your family out for our Sunday Family Fun Day games. With every adult ticket purchased through this offer, you can score up to 3 discounted kids tickets and 1 free Salty's Kids Zone wristband. Visit our website for more information and to access this offer. 15-16 left in regulation. Sutter to the blue line for Doric. Far side Drake trying to walk into a shot. It's deflected wide. Sutter gets to it in the near corner. Rolled right off of his stick. And Byro will dump it into the corner, into the Admirals' defensive end. From the near circle, Richardson walks off the wall, backhand far side. Shot blocked away by Fedoruk. From the corner, it's on and off the backhand of Sutter to the neutral zone. Quick transition, right back into Admiral territory, courtesy of Rask. Poulter through Fedoruk for Christoph Papp, luckily, and back near side corner for David Drake. Drake and Fedoruk play catch deep in their own defensive zone. Fedoruk slow up to his own blue line, now gains speed to the red line, and he's hit right into an open door. Connor Fedoruk is down. This is not good. The bench door was open on the Gargoyle bench, and Connor Fedoruk's side went right into it. Darcy Weart's out there to tend to Connor Fedoruk, who is down. Connor Fedoruk already dealing with a lower body injury early in the season, and now this one right into the midsection. Collided right into the corner of the open door on the Gargoyle bench. And you hear the reception he gets from First Horizon Coliseum. Stays on the Admiral bench to get looked at by Darcy Weart. He will not head to the Admiral's locker room. All of this with 14:20 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. It will be a neutral zone face-off just outside of Greensboro territory. 3-2 lead for the Gargoyles. Admirals win the neutral zone faceoff, We're right back underway as Hebert comes down the far side wall. Poked off of his stick. And a bouncer finds its way to neutral ice. Possible 3-on-2. Hebert gets on the back check. Dumped down the far side wall. Pap not allowing a shot on goal, thrown towards the front. Zalotti clears it out of danger, but it's still in Admiral defensive territory. Hebert cuts down the angle away from Tyler Weiss to the near side circle. This shot goes into the midsection of Poulter with 13:46 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. 3-2 lead for Greensboro will step aside here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals broadcast network.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear. We made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down. We go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in, and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping, and partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
Our Flex Plan vouchers are our most flexible ticket package. Buy a minimum of 12 vouchers in your preferred seating section and redeem them online for tickets to any home game in the 2025-26 season in any combination that best fits your schedule. Visit our website to get your Flex Plan vouchers today. 13:46 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Norfolk trails by 1. Defensive zone face-off coming up to the blocker hand side of Isaac Poulter. Hebert wins it back for Brady Florent. Pushed to the far side off the outside of the net. Magnuson can't hold on to it. So Weiss will cycle it back below the goal line. Picked off by Engum. Lays a nice reverse hit. Almost yields possession in the process, but Magnuson doesn't allow that to happen. Florent settles a rolling puck. That one hit a body in the neutral zone, so there is no icing. Top line out on the forecheck towards the front of the net, picked up by Greensboro. Magnuson lost it at the blue line, and Weiss has it go all the way down for an icing call. It is a Sheraton Waterside icing against the Greensboro Gargoyles with 13:12 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Chase Yoder will elect for the faceoff to be taken on the far side circle in Greensboro territory. Yoder, Osmondson, and O'Leary with Zalotti and McDougal. O'Leary to the blue line for Zalotti. A stutter step working to the high slot. Backhander near corner. McDougal chases. McDougal rims it. And it's deflected to the blue line. Zalotti holds it off his skate. Comes to Weiss on a breakaway. Weiss right in. Osmondson with a beautiful play, but it breaks a stick. It's going to be a slash. And it's a penalty shot. The stick got knocked out of the hands of Weiss. Osmondson came down too hard on it. The stick is not broken. Weiss just couldn't hold on to his stick. So it's a second opportunity that the referees have given the Gargoyles on a non-broken stick violation. It's a penalty shot for Weiss against Poulter, the first of the season. Weiss with speed, a rolling puck. He fans on it. Puck doesn't lie. Throws his stick in frustration in the process. Poulter didn't even have to make a save. 12:54 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period, still 3-2 Greensboro. just rolled right off the forehand of Weiss. Admirals need to take advantage. Still 5-on-5. It's just 7 minutes gone here in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Magnuson from the far corner, through Drake, and Greensboro has possession onto the stick of Osmondson now for O'Leary on the Admiral transition. O'Leary stops up at the half wall, yields possession to Richardson. On the back check, Osmondson does not allow an easy entry. Drake ties his man up into the far corner. Yoder and Osmondson find Magnuson, who backhands it up the near side. O'Leary gets to it, pokes it off the body of Doyle, but not out. Richardson off the glass. Magnuson slows it down for David Drake behind the net. Drake settles a rolling puck, so he can't get the quick up pass. He finds Magnuson in the near circle. That's Osmondson shouting for that pass, and he deflects it into the near side corner. Shadowed by Skelly. Osmondson tied up, trying to find an option. Towards the front of the net. Yoder off the post and in! Tie game! Yoder's second of the night. 8 minutes into the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. We're tied at 3. Osmondson, yeoman's work in the trapezoid, throws it out in front. O'Leary got a touch on it, and Yoder again finds the open space on the back door, unmarked, unmanned, and Johnny on the spot ties it up at 3 with 12 minutes left in regulation. Down the left wing, Reifenberger changes the angle of attack to Josh McDougall on the right side. There is no icing. Skelly turns it over. Young to the high slot. Engum, far circle. Duro pulls the trigger. Rebound goes off the crossbar through Hajeyev. And Greensboro escapes with possession through the neutral zone, onside to Admiral territory. Young, quick transition for Reifenberger, stood up at the blue line, but he finds Duro down the left wing. Duro 2-on-1, toe drag, it's knocked away from him. Greensboro comes back the other way, but it's onto the stick of Connor Fedoruk back out there. Good to see 14 in white after being thrown into the open door in the Greensboro bench. Benzalati with a backhand sauce to Duro. Fedoruk looking for any option. Back to the blue line. High slot, Hebert. Far circle, Zalati. Rolled away from him, and Greensboro clears it off the hand of Hebert, but he holds it in. Hebert to the far corner for Justin Young. Zalati lets it rip, and it rolls on him on the one-timer, and he missed the net. Duro trying to find Fedoruk on the back pass. It's over Fedoruk's head, and Weiss back the other way. Saved by Poulter! Mark that one down in a tied third period with 10.5 remaining. Brady Florent rims it around for Jaden Duro on the far side. Picked up by Gore. Turned over in front. Hebert! Point blank save made by Hajeyev.
The Gargoyles are excited to celebrate the 28th birthday of equipment manager Eric Cosentino. Get on your feet and show him some love.
Couple of NHL signed goaltenders battling it out here in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. We're tied at 3. Chase Yoder's second of the night has tied it up for the Admirals. Back-to-back goals for Chase Yoder, his 13th and 14th of the season. David Drake back in his own end. Near circle, Magnuson. Turns it over, down in the Admiral's end. One-timer over the crossbar. Too many mistakes for the Admirals in their own defensive end. We're still tied at 3. Gloved in the neutral zone by Greensboro. Rask back over the offensive blue line in the Admiral's end. Off the skates of Fedoruk, he starts it for Hebert. 3-on-3, Hebert drops for Pat. Dumps it into the near corner. Pat takes a hard shoulder-to-shoulder hit. Comes to the blue line for McDougall. Doesn't have a shooting lane, but he has Hebert in the corner. Straight away, Engum lets it rip. Save made by Hajeyev. There's no rebound there. With 9:36 left in a tied Michelob Ultra 0 third period, we'll step aside on the Centera Norfolk Admirals broadcast network.
the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action. In the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward, that spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
.36 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. We're tied at 3. Admirals have an offensive zone face-off. Fourth line is out. Knoll centering Nicolettes and Sutter. Knoll wins it back. Nicolette sends it towards the hash marks. Picked up by Braden Engum at the blue line and cleared to the neutral zone by Greensboro. Newell towards the high slot in the Admirals' end. Picked off by Engum. Nicolettes battles at the red line, but he doesn't earn possession, and it's dumped around the boards for Poulter to slow it down for McDougal. McDougal, dangerous stretch pass off the backhand of Nicolettes towards Greensboro territory. There's a quick up on the transition through the neutral zone for Richardson, but it's back to Greensboro's blue line. Up the far wall, it's just barely onside. Newell to the blue line for Skelly. Skelly stood up. McDougal takes a hard hit, picks his head up at the last second, gets right back up, and now Braden Nicolettes wants a piece. They'll drop the gloves. Nicolettes throws it right and takes the man down. Blake Biondi being fed rights like it's his lunch from Braden Nicolettes. Coming in to defend his alternate captain. Nicolettes may get the extra here for instigating, but he waited for Biondi to drop his gloves first. Nicolettes got him on the jaw with the right-handed swing and took him down to the ice. But now the question, will there be an instigator penalty? It was a very hard, very ferocious hit on Josh McDougal by Biondi. Braden Nicolettes, having none of it, comes in, challenges Biondi, who obliges. And that got the Admirals bench fired up. Okay, so there is no instigator penalty, but Braden Nicolettes will pick up the extra cross-checking penalty. Brandon Osmondson pleading his case, so the Admirals will be shorthanded for 2 minutes on a Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Osmondson most likely protesting for a penalty on the original hit. From my angle, I couldn't see whether it was a high hit. Josh McDougal got right back up and into the play. All of this with 8:46 left in a tied Michelob Ultra Zero third period.
The Greensboro Gargoyles from the Bill Black Chevrolet Power Play.
Grant Hebert will serve the extra 2-minute minor. Most likely the biggest moment in this game. 8:46 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. It's a Centera Therapy Center penalty kill tied at 3. Weiss on the near circle, backhanded to the vacant blue line to the neutral zone. Excuse me, back to the neutral zone.
Penalty charge number 27, Braden Nicolettes, 5 minutes of fighting and 2 minutes for cross-checking.
1:40 left in the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. No drop pass taken. McDougal gets to it. Throws it up the near wall. Florent has it go off of his shin pads. It's rimmed around the far side boards and held in by Greensboro on the power play. Weiss wants it in the near circle. He'll get it. Weiss moves it to the top of the zone for Delmas. To the far side. Picked up by Logan Nelson. Delmas looks for an option. To the far side. Nelson lets it rip. That's blocked away by Engum. Near circle, now to the blue line again for Nelson. Weiss, near circle, walks in through the legs of McDougal and wide. Delmas at the far blue line, backhanded, almost intercepted by Yoder. Now a 3-on-2 down low over the stick of Delmas for Nelson. Back to Delmas in the high slot, into the midsection of Poulter, rebound to the far circle. 7.5 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. 45 seconds left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Cleared all the way down by Norfolk with 40 seconds left in the kill. Tied at 3. Newell with 2 in the game, moves it to the right wing. Anthony Rinaldi to the blue line, intercepted by Osmondson. He's got a step behind Skelly. Rinaldi chases him down. Rebound, O'Leary, score! O'Leary followed the play up as Osmondson threw it towards the net, and it's a short-handed goal. 4-3. Excuse me, 4-3 lead for the Admirals. What a come-from-behind effort. The Admirals have got me all out of sorts up in the broadcast booth. Seven minutes left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. A short-handed goal has the Admirals up 4-3. Back towards the Admirals' end. We're back to 5-on-5, full and even strength. Hebert out of the beat box, penalty box. Towards the Admirals' slot, cleared out on a deflection off the skates of Hebert. At the blue line, it's onside. In the neutral zone, the puck never made it all the way over the blue line. Engum now for Zalotti. Slows the play down. 6.5 left in regulation. Admirals lead 4-3. Off the skate of Hebert. He'll control it over the blue line through Florent for Pat. His shot misses the post on the far side. Greensboro comes back in a 4-on-3. Knocked at the blue line. That should be an offside. An intentional offside at that. And a shot after the whistle. 6:08 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. A 4-3 lead for the Admirals. Face-off outside of the Admirals' defensive end. Reifenberger back to McDougal. Up the near wall, there's Justin Young. Reifenberger steals it away. Trying to break through the Greensboro defense, can't do so. Weiss drops it at the blue line, he gets it back, throws it on goal, paddled away by Poulter. Good rebound, control to the near corner. 5:45 left in regulation, a one-timer from the blue line, saved by Poulter. Rebound near side half wall. McDougal and Young will do the honors of clearing it down. 5.5 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Trevor Zins flushed out from behind his net by Dureau. He reverses it to the far corner. Cleared to the neutral zone. Intercepted by Zalotti. He'll dump it down the near wall and chase it himself. Trying to find Chase Yoder. Intercepted by Dureau. Now Yoder on and off of his stick. Richardson throws it off the backside of Dureau. Greensboro having a hard time getting through the neutral zone, but they do steal it away from Dureau in the offensive end. From the trapezoid, there is Greg Smith all the way down the ice, and it is a Sheraton Waterside icing. Called against the Admirals. We are now inside of the final five presented by Centera. 4:52 left in regulation, and a Sheraton Waterside icing brings a face-off down to the Admirals defensive zone on the near side, now they'll take the face-off on the far side, glove hand side of Isaac Poulter. Magnuson off the Admirals defensive zone face-off win. O'Leary chips it in. He'll chase it to the near corner. Through the trapezoid to the far side, Braden Doyle up the wall in front of the team benches. It's cleared from the defensive side of center ice by Greensboro, but it doesn't make it to the goal line. Cleared up by Magnuson for O'Leary. Back behind the play, it's Ben Zalotti. Backhanded up for Osmondson. Now Greensboro through the neutral zone on the turnover. Back the other way come the Gargoyles for a backhander past Engum and over the net of Poulter with 4:14 left in regulation. Admirals have a 4-3 lead. Yoder with O'Leary in time and space. O'Leary gains center ice red and dumps it in. Dureau from the far wall, held in by Nathan Knoll for a moment. Dureau fires just over the crossbar. Engum holds the line. Behind the net, Aiden Sutter, the newest acquisition for the Admirals, making his ECHL debut. Nathan Knoll in the trapezoid. Nicolette still in the beatbox penalty box from his fight, so Jaden Dureau's out here with Knoll and Sutter. 3.5 left in regulation. Knoll willing to kill some time on the clock. Stolen away by Greensboro, off the glass to the neutral zone. Braden Engum goes D-to-D for David Drake. Drake right up the wall. Sutter deflects it into the crowd from the neutral zone. And with 3:24 left in regulation, we'll take our third and final media timeout as the Admirals hold on to a 4-3 lead here in the dying moments of period 3.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality health care and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
3:24 remains in regulation. A pair of third period goals for the Admirals have given them a 4-3 lead. Chase Yoder's 14th of the season and second of the game at the 8:03 mark of the third. And a shorthanded goal from Jack O'Leary. Brandon Osmondson with the assist has the Admirals up by a score of 4-3 with 3:20 remaining in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Greensboro moves D-to-D in their defensive end. We'll keep an eye on Ruslan Hajeyev to see when he heads to the Greensboro bench for the extra attacker. It's dumped into Admiral territory for Braden Engum. Up the far wall through Christoph Pappin. This will be a Sheraton Waterside icing. Called against the Admirals with 3:03 remaining in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. We've dropped brand new Admirals merch, including t-shirts, hoodies, jerseys, and hats. Visit our merch stand outside Gate 14 during games or visit our website to shop our online store today and get geared up for the season. Face-off to be taken on the far side. Hajeyev has made his way to the Greensboro bench. It's 6-on-5 on the ice with the extra attacker for Greensboro. An early goalie pull for head coach Scott Burt. 4-3 lead for the Admirals. 6-on-5 on the ice for Greensboro. It's stolen away in the Admirals zone. They get it to the neutral ice, but it's picked up by Leicester. Drake around the near side. Engum clears it up the near wall. Florent lost the handle. Engum gets back to it. 6-on-5 on the ice for Greensboro again. Empty net. 2.5 left in regulation. 2-a-side battle, near side half wall. Make that 3-a-side. Picked up by Greensboro in the near circle. Walking to the goal line. Newell, far side, one-timer. Fought off by Drake. Backhander through the slot to the near side circle. Logan Nelson. Pressured by Hebert. Engum ties his man up, comes back to Nelson, near circle. Too much time and space, so move it back door. 2:10 left in regulation. Admirals lead 4-3, empty net for Greensboro. Lots of 6-on-5 time for Greensboro. Gore at the top of the zone, towards the net, blocked away by Engum. Weiss on the near side circle at the half wall. Gore, blue line, moves it, far side. Leader down to the corner. Hebert to it, off the body of Drake. That one goes through the crease to the near side for Weiss. 1:40 left in regulation. Near side, Poulter makes the save, point blank. Held at the near side corner for Weiss. Weiss to the circle. Nelson, far side in the slot. One-timer blocked away by Drake. The Admirals can't clear it out. Weiss to the trapezoid for Nelson. Nelson, 1:20 left in regulation. Still an empty net for Greensboro. Norfolk leads by 1. Biondi looks from the near corner. Shadowed by Hebert. The Admirals at the end of a shift. From the near side half wall, blue line. Leader, shot, blocked away by Pat. Florent clears it. Dumped in. This is going to be an icing call against Greensboro. The back linesman had his arm up, but the icing does not get called. It comes through the neutral zone. Osmundson, an empty net. Bullseye! A 5-3 lead for the Admirals with 45 seconds left. And that will send the fans to the exits of First Horizon Coliseum. A bend but don't break mentality on the 6-on-5 for almost 2 minutes. The Admirals weather the storm in the defensive end, and they're rewarded with an empty net goal from the Chesapeake native. Poulter will play it with the paddle for Ben Zalotti in the Admirals defensive zone. Sutter gets it out to the neutral zone with half a minute remaining in the third. Rask moving down the right wing. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone, picked up by Aiden Sutter. 3-on-1 transition. Knoll has a breakaway. Backhander fought off by Hajeyev. And another point-blank save made by the Greensboro netminder. This one out in front for Braden Nicolette's. His shot gets blocked away. Greensboro can't clear. 7 seconds left in regulation. That was Braden Doyle who got that shot block, and it stung him. Greensboro kills the clock, and for the first time this season, the Admirals come from behind in the second period to earn the victory over the Greensboro Gargoyles. It's a 5-3 victory in the first of 3 straight. And here on the road at the First Horizon Coliseum, 5-3 win for the Admirals. We'll step aside here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. And we'll wrap this one up, and we'll see you tomorrow at Norfolk Scope for the rematch.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia Beach, built for athletes. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
Five-3 come from behind victory for the Admirals here in the first of three straight against the Greensboro Gargoyles. Nick Gimbel here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network to wrap this one up in a tight little bow before we head back to Norfolk for the second and third games of this weekend series. Christoph Papp got the scoring started for his 15th of the season on the power play back in period number one. 3 straight goals from Greensboro gave the Admirals a bleak outlook on the game, as at one point Greensboro led this game 3-1. Newell with a pair of goals, and Smith sandwiched in between at the 17:35 mark of the first period. 4 straight unanswered goals for the Admirals earned them a 5-3 victory. 2 from Chase Yoder, 1 from Jack O'Leary shorthanded, and an empty netter from Brandon Osmondson for the cherry on top. Norfolk 1 for 3 on their power play opportunities. Too many penalties taken by the Admirals in this game. Greensboro was 2 for 6 in the game. Their first and second goals back in period one were both power play goals for the Gargoyles. Isaac Poulter picks up his 15th win of the season. He is now 15-10 on the season in 25 games played. Ruslan Hajeyev will drop to a 6-14-3 record for Greensboro. Forced into action tonight, Matt Roy, the emergency backup goaltender for Greensboro. Hajeyev was not supposed to start. Admirals outshoot the Gargoyles 35-34 in a very tightly contested game. The first of 12 total games between these two teams in the remaining 30 games of the Admirals regular season. One final time from the First Horizon Coliseum, the Norfolk Admirals, in a come-from-behind fashion, earn a 5-3 victory over the Greensboro Gargoyles. Join us tomorrow night, a 7:05 p.m. puck drop for Women and Girls in Sports Night at Norfolk Scope for 2 home games against the Greensboro Gargoyles, Saturday and Sunday. Nick Gimbel saying so long and have a good night on your Friday night here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. We'll hit the road and see you tomorrow at Scope Arena.